David Steinberg, there's a big battle brewing in the big data space. Now, I know that Zeta Interactive, you're not public, but you are awfully big. Where do you fit in?
Well, we're a customer lifecycle marketing platform. So what we do is use big data and analytics to help very large companies create, maintain, and monetize customers. Most of our clients are Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 clients.
And there's some big players in that space, most notably Salesforce and Oracle. Got to stop right there. I just want to find out from you is what happens if Salesforce gets taken out? How does that change the competitive landscape? I know it depends on who takes them out,
yeah, right.
But why don't you just talk about what's going on right there?
So we jokingly say we have a lot of very small competitors. We compete with IBM, Oracle, Salesforce, Adobe. I think certainly a company as large in the SaaS and cloud-based space as Salesforce being taken out is just a major move. It depends on who buys them. If an existing incumbent buys them, which is not what's been discussed, but if an existing incumbent buys them, that's good for us. If a very large secondary company buys them and is able to roll their product out through their clients, it could be more competition. But let's face it, Salesforce is an awesome company run by an amazing guy, and they're already a very formidable competitor.
Okay, why don't you talk about your customer base right now and how much overlap is there with the other big players?
So I think the big difference between us and some of the other names we've mentioned is we do customer acquisition in addition to retention and monetization. Most of the other companies are so focused on CRM, they don't really take that and move it into an acquisition strategy. So one of the ways we work very successfully with large companies is in partnership with some of our competitors, right? Cooperation, where we can be doing the acquisition and some of the CRM, and they can be the underlying CRM platform. One of the biggest differentiators between us is we have a proprietary database of 350 million active people that we're allowed to market to on behalf of our clients.
And this is not your first rodeo, of course. You led Infonic, that company went public, later went bankrupt. I think that was after you left.
It was
after. But what were the
left.
lessons learned from Infonic?
Well, I mean, certainly if you think about what we learned, some of them sound callous and some of them are very logical, right? So that was a company that was built to really grow. We grew that business from 0 to 400 million in less than 5 years. We were the #1 company on the Inc. 500 in 2004. We didn't put the processes, procedures, and other things in place that we probably could have. And I was also probably a little too loyal to some of the team. So the people who get you to where you are not always the right people to take you where you want to go. And we were focused more on market share and less on profitability. All things we've done radically differently at Zeta. One of the things that surprises people when they look at us is how profitable we are for a company that grew 68% last year and should grow over 40% again this year, top line.
And I'm sure there's a lot of investment bankers looking at you right now. So where do you want to go? Is an IPO next? Would you want to shop the company? So when are we going to see you, I don't know, ringing the bell across the street at the big board?
Well, we'll see. I mean, obviously, as you get closer to that, you can't talk about it. What I would tell you is the business now has 700 employees and 17 global offices operating on 4 continents. We have 720 clients. Business was well over 100 million and very profitable last year. We'll grow well over 40% this year. We fit the criteria if you think about kind of an IPO as a next step of a capital markets evolution, and I think that's something that we're thinking about sometime in the not distant future.
All right, thanks a lot, David.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for watching The Street.